Bread history is at least 30,000 years old. Some of the first bread was naans, and they come from India, and they bake with fine flour, oil, and water, and placed in the sun to bake. And when they're done, they turn out kind of looking like this, like a pita bread, but like that. And some of the most famous baking supplies are oval-shaped carves, and then some of the bread we use today, like this, just regular bread, was first used with flour and water, and that's it. It was placed in the sun to bake, but then later it was placed on a hot rock or in ashes to bake. And this all happened in Pompeii, but they first discovered the baking supplies in Europe. Now I'm going to talk about baking in other cultures. Christians use baking in mostly the Last Supper and communion. And communion is the passing of the body of Jesus. They use bread as the bones or muscle of body of Jesus, and then wine or juice as the blood of Christ. And in ancient Egypt, cakes used to just be bread, but now that they discovered sugar, it's now cake. So cake is just bread with sugar. Some of the most famous bakers include Hannah Glassie, Elizabeth Roflin, and Maria Rendell, and Chef Stephen Halloway. All the girls lived through the 1700s through the 1800s. Hannah Glassie wrote The Art of Cookery Made Plain and Easy, and Chef Stephen Halloway had once said, "Bread in one form or another has been the earliest man food." Some baking quotes are, "A bad review is like stacking high layers with the best ingredients," by Danielle Steele, and it's kind of like a simile, because if you're getting a bad review, it's really kind of hard to get through it, and if you're stacking high layers, then it's really hard to get not fallen over, or getting the best ingredients all fit in one instead of all crumbly and gross. And another one is, "It's filled with baking soda if it really smells bad," by Kate O'Brien. Oh, she's right. Some of the most famous desserts are cake, brownies, and carrot cake. My mom really likes brownies, and they were once classified as a bar cookie and then cut into squares. My dad really likes carrot cake, which is made with sugar, bread, and carrots, and came from Afghanistan. And carrots contain the most sugar out of any vegetable, so that's, I think, why they made it into a dessert. I really like cake, which came from Europe, but first cake was only vanilla, and then it was added to chocolate when we found chocolate in those nutty things. Cookbook journals were first used in the 1700s. Women have been equally sharing recipes to make a combination of something delightful. And some good children books are Fancy Nancy and the Delectable Cupcakes, If You Give a Moose a Muffin, Gingerbread Baby, Pancakes, Olivia Cooks, Too Many Tamales, and Holy Enchiladas. This is definitely a world of flavors.
Okay, what are you going to say first?
Cookbook journals were first used in the 17th. Bread history is at least 3,000 years old. First bread...
3,000?
Okay, cut.